Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm reviewing another item from Galen leather, as you can see here. This is the 20 pen zippered pen case. So I'm going to talk about the parts and features. I'm going to show the kinds of pens that fit in it. I'm going to show what it looks like full. I'm going to talk about some pros and cons, and we'll go on our merry way. So this is the Crazy Horse Brown version, which I love. It's my favorite leather from Galen leather. Just look at how beautifully all of this, looks, and the patina on it, and the beautiful sort of colors that sort of come through those oaky tannins and things. It's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So, parts and features. So it's got a big, nice metal zip that runs 3/4 of the way around. It's a big, strong zip. This sort of leather spine there, we open it out flat, you can see it's sort of primarily one big piece of leather. It's embossed with the Galen leather logo there on the back, which is nicely done as always. Leather little tag on the zip. It's very nice zip, well sewn in. Everything is well sewn. That's Galen leather. It's a soft leather on the inside with elastic loops for the pen. 10 pens, 10 on one side, 10 on the other, and then this sort of flap between them to protect them, which is a really nice touch, because you don't want, if you're carrying a case like this, chances are you're carrying pens that are reasonably, can be quite expensive, and you don't want them banging against each other. And that is it. And it's so simple. It's so easy. It's a pen case. It does what it's designed to do. If we look, everything is well sewn and it's well constructed. The zip is between the two layers of the leather, so the external leather and the internal leather, so it's going to stay. These are beautifully made. All the leather is 100% vegetable tan cow leather, and the elastics. The elastics are strong and durable, and because they're not little loops, they're quite secure as well. This material on the inside against your pens protects them, keeps it nice, and it's nice and soft, so you're not going to harm the pens. But it's a nice sort of sturdy leather cover, so it's got a lot of impact protection from all directions to protect those valuable pens that we can carry in these cases. So obviously, being Crazy Horse leather, it softens and patinas quicker than regular leather, and that's kind of one of the features I like about it. As I said, you can see those, like the different colors and the lines coming through. The more you use it, the more it gains at your life. And the point of these pen cases is to protect what's inside them, but if you're going to have a pen case, it might as well be a nice one. And this one carrying 20 pens in this size, which is just sort of slightly larger than A5. It's a nice sort of size, and it's not super heavy. Of course, once you put the pens in it, it will weigh more depending on the pens as well. So I'm going to do a fill of this pen case now, so you can see the kinds of pens it will hold. I have 20 random pens from my collection, ranging different sizes and all that kind of stuff. My big hint to everyone when using this case is to insert the pen this way. So I've got here just a Laban 325. Put it in that way. What that does is it protects your pen from brushing up against the zip if you put them in across the zip. You can also do that thing where you fold the zip back over, and you could insert them the other way. But just for ease of use, I tend to put them in that way. So I'm going to do that now. So a Laban 325, a Platinum Century 3776, a Kaweco Original, a Parker Vacuumatic, Mayora Impronte, Waterman Carène, a Venustus Magna CC, Faber-Castell E-Motion, nice big chunky pen. You can see there's a nice sort of gap between the pens, but because these elastics are quite, strong and wide, the pens don't sort of bang against each other sort of too much. I've got a Diplomat Aero here. Fine Writing International Finestro here, another longer pen. The Jinhao X159, the new model. I have a James Finnis, I think it's a light lithos, Narwhal or Narvala Original, and then the Nautilus there. I have the Gravitas Pens Skittles, an Esterbrook JR Pocket, which is it's a slimmer pen. In my way with slimmer pens, I'm just going to show a couple, just like I've got here the Kaweco Special. That fits in there, but that's going to move around a lot at that sort of width. So when you have a pen that doesn't have a clip, that's going to be something you're going to come up against. And of course, something like the Lilliput here, it's going to do the same sort of thing. So if you've got slim pens, here I have the Diplomat Traveler. This is one of those ones where, by the way the elastics are organized, it's actually better to put them in that way, because then the clip will reach the elastic there. If you go in this way, you're pushing beyond there to get the elastic on. And then to fill out the pouches, I've got a pocket pen, the Gravitas Pens pocket pen there. I have a Lamy Safari, and then a big pen, the Gamma Jumbo Acrylic. This is kind of the bigger the pen, you've got a set length that you can actually fit in here. It's not so much an issue for, like I said, slimmer pens. You can get clips on. If you don't have clips, they're going to move around, but they're only going to move to a certain point as well. Like, you know, if you've got this in there, they're only going to go to that point or to the other point. They're not going to fall out. It's just when you, like in transit necessarily, just when you open it, you're just going to want to be aware that they could come loose. Now, that's 20 pens of 20 quite different pens, different sizes, different, you know, widths, different, you know, lengths, all that kind of stuff. And when we do that pen case up, you can see, firstly, that piece of soft leather between there sits between the pens very nicely, and it gets done up quite comfortably. Now, one thing I notice when I do this is that you can feel all of those pens in there. So if you've got pens that are fragile and you've got this case full, just be aware that, you know, extra pressure on it, you can feel them sort of moving under the elastics and things like that. In everyday carry, for everyday use, this is going to protect those pens very, very nicely. It's nice and secure, it's nice and sort of compact. The zip does up nicely, but just be aware that, like, obviously you're adding bulk. If you have lots of big pens in there, you know, you are going to pad it out a lot more. And that, so like down on this end where I've got the jumbo acrylic there, it's quite, you know, it's quite a big size there. So what are pros and cons of a case like this? Well, obviously, a big pro of a case like this is the fact that it protects your pens, and that's what it's designed for, and that's what it does. Things like this flap in the middle there, protecting the pens against each other, very useful, very nice. The fact that it's got that impact protection because of the rigidity of the leather and the strength of it, that's amazing. I think having the strong elastics to hold the pens in place, as you can see, it can hold a range of different size pens, and like that JR pocket there is moving around a little bit, but not sort of too much. And the Diplomat Traveler there, reaching the clip on that side, holds that nicely in place. It's got bigger pens, like the Jinhao X159 is a large pen. Even the Navala and the Skittles from Gravitas pens, they're larger pens, and of course that jumbo acrylic. I've got long pens like the Venustus and the Finestro there, and smaller pens like the Parker Vacuumatic Junior and the Kaweco Original, as well as, of course, the pocket pen from Gravitas pens there as well. So lots of different size pens, lots of different, you know, sort of widths and all that kind of stuff, and it holds them all quite securely. So what does this case cost? Well, Galen Leather are conscious of their pricing and conscious of their place in the market. And so therefore their products, while being handmade and beautifully crafted and well made is a big thing, they are still really reasonably priced. On the website today, when I logged on before I filmed, 127 Australian, 82 euros, 89 US dollars, or 72 pounds, just to give you a concept of where it fits. So for a leather 20 pen case at that price, I've got pen cases from other brands that are made of leather that are easily double that price. And you get a good range of materials. There's different kinds of leather that this comes in, and they're always constantly sort of circulating through, they're always constantly moving through different stock and what they have. So keep an eye out on the Galen Leather website, or at your local retailer that stocks them. I know that Flywheel here in Australia, which is a little store just outside of Hobart, stock Galen Leather, and a number of other retailers, both online and in physical stores, also stock it. So Galen leather, producing really good quality stuff, effective, relatively affordable, and do exactly what they're told, and made from really nice products. And also, I have to say, the smell of this Crazy Horse leather is just absolutely stunning. If that's a thing that you're into, check it out. When you're buying Galen leather, you're buying products that last a long time. They're well built. They are going to last. But you're also supporting a relatively small company and really good people. And so you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. So thank you for watching. I hope you found this video interesting and useful. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notifications button, all of that kind of stuff. So thank you to Galen for sending this and a number of other things out for review. Please, if you've got products you think I should be looking at, let me know. If there's a way you'd like to support the channel, please get in touch. In the meantime, enjoy your accessories, enjoy your pen cases and all of the bits and pieces, and I'll talk to you soon.